Alright, join me today when I show you how to turn some inexpensive little party supply jewelry into a cute little wading pool for the kids in your dollhouse for when summer comes. Stay tuned and you'll see just how easy this is. Alright, today's project doesn't take a lot in materials and they're pretty inexpensive. I found this package of bangles, kids bracelets actually at Walmart this time for 97 cents, and there's 12 of them, which is enough for 4 of our wading pools. So this is a nice inexpensive project. The other things you need: a plastic freezer bag, you know, the kind that have the zipper at the top. You want the heavyweight freezer size. You want some scissors, and you need glue, and I'm using model cement. This is a liquid cement for plastic models, and it seems to be holding really well. So let me get everything out of the way and I'll show you how easy this project is. Alright, so this is really simple. You just take your model cement, and I like this kind in the bottle, but you could use the kind in the tube. My son does some models, so I borrowed this from him. And we're just going to run a bead of glue pretty thoroughly. You want to try and get it all the way across, because if you don't, I've had these kind of separate in the past. And this is a lot of the project time on this project is going to be just waiting for this glue. Now the big trick, if it's a trick, is to make sure that these are lined up nice and straight and push down firmly. Even them up, and then we do the same thing and put the third one on top. I guess if you want to be multicolored, I could have like mixed the colors up too. I didn't think of that. That would have been kind of cool too, I guess. It doesn't have to be super neat, but you know, it is going to show if it drips. Okay, and then again we press down, make sure they're straight. Whoops. And now we want to let this sit up for at least a little bit. This glue takes 2 hours to dry, but this doesn't have to be all the way dry before our next step. So I'm going to let this set up for 10 or 15 minutes and I'll be back. This is set up and I got bored, so I went ahead and did some more. I already had done the green one to make sure it was going to work. So I decided to do the multicolored thing. I think those look cool. So now it's time to add the bottom to our pool. And let's use the back of the bag where I've got more clear. So we need to do the same glue, run another rim just like we did earlier with the glue, very carefully so you don't get the glue all over your fingers. Just stick it on the bag, and I'll do all 3 of these really quickly. And then once again, these are going to have to dry. I'm going to let them set up for these will have to set up for a little longer. I'll probably let this set up for about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, maybe a half hour. Because we're going to be cutting. I'll show you on the green one what I did next. And you can see you can get a lot of these on just one half of the bag. So this would be a nice, inexpensive, if you're in any of the mini swap groups, this would be a neat one to do because you could do it really inexpensively. go. And be sure you always put the lid back on your glue. And I did notice, they're doing when I did just this one, the glue didn't get to me, but boy, by the time I got all of these glued together, that glue got pretty strong, so try to open a window. And then what we need to do is just cut this plastic from the base, right like that, right as close as you can. And you've got a wading pool for the kids in your dollhouse. When these get dry, I will show them to you when they're all done. I'll just let them dry and then we'll cut them apart and see how they look. Okay, so the glue is set up. So let's see, I'm going to use these scissors, I think. I'll cut one of these apart for you. You will need pretty sharp scissors to cut this plastic. It's surprisingly a little difficult to cut. Let's see, I think it's better to cut from the bottom. This is going to be kind of fussy, but we're going to cut just around like this. And there we go. There's a wading pool. So I have a couple more to cut out, and then I can go set them up by the dollhouse. Have fun with your minis, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.